tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave. Oh.
You done this to yourself, Pats.
You know why we not afraid? What? He's great in Turb. Turb was destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. Go! Fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Oh! Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that fall. They stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords. Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my share-crop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and Nat painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat, fashioned in the trap we escaped. Our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk. Let my people go, cause
All right, Shalom Israel. Most I bless. Thank y'all for tuning in for our people's edification, F.O.P.E. Israelites. We welcome y'all today. We got a lot of things to go over. Sorry that we are late, but we're here in the building. Shalom to everybody in the chat. Nehemiah, Star Lima, Elder Tashaka, the brother Anthony, Saya, El Brother Shaw Yahawashi, and everybody. Who else is in the chat? I don't want to forget nobody. Obadiah, Shalom, Ak, and Reginald. Most High bless everybody. Shalom. Welcome. The ball, Naphtali.
Hey, Shalom, Zion. All praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. Most High bless everybody. Nothing but love and respect. Shout out to the family out there, Nehemiah, Tashakia, Obadiah, everybody, Anthony, Saya, Star, Lima. I know Weezy One Love. She's gonna be on here too, but I'm gonna say shout out to her as well. Yeah, we got some good stuff for y'all. Go ahead, Sis Naphtali.
Hey, shalom, everybody. I just want to say thank you all for coming out with us tonight. You guys are in for a good show. So shalom to everybody in the chat. Shalom to my beautiful sisters Lima and Star, as well as Weezy One Love. And oh, yeah, Nehemiah. Shalom to you, brother, and Obadiah. See you out there. So yeah, it's going to be a good night, and let's do it.
All right, family. So we got a lot of things that's going on in the media, and keeping everybody updated, you know. But we're not going to worry about the people that's mocking us or laughing or scorning. You know, keep continuing to prep, because this thing is the Most High is speeding this thing up without a shadow of a doubt. So we're going to go through a lot of stuff. The bar, you want to pull out yours first, and then videos, we can do yours first.
I appreciate that. So today I just wanted to bring out something real heavy. You know, we talked last time about Revelation 18, and in Revelation 18, the word devils in the Greek means daimon, which from a linguistic level goes back to the word demon. So I want to just highlight that real quick, but I want to point out something that's very interesting that we might have missed. And I want to tie that into what Elon Musk is saying with this transhumanist movement, that it's interesting when you look at what the billionaires are saying, and then you look at what the scriptures are saying. When you juxtapose them, you start to see a clearer picture. So I hope we'll be able to bring that out. And then I want to talk also about Stalin. This ties into the Great Famine. Stalin had some policies that did not help when it came to it didn't help when it came to solving the famine crisis. It actually engineered it and made it worse. And I think that is the same policy that they're going to implement here in the United States. So let me go ahead, share my screen real quick. Give me 1 second to do that, family, and then we can jump right to it and jump in. Let's see. There we go. And here we are. So, Sharshim, just let me know real quick when I'm good. And then I'll jump on that thing.
You good, huh?
All right, all praises, all praises. Okay, so I'm going to start at verse 1, and I'm going to stop at verse 2. All right, so let me start here. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 18 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his glory. So this angel comes down, and it's a witness. You know, the Most High always sets up witnesses. All right. So verse 2, and he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and has become the habitation of devils. I want y'all to just chill for a second on that word habitation. All right. So it's become the habitation of devils. We know that word devils means daimon, and daimon means demon. All right. That's the linguistic, if you will, when you break those words down, that's what it actually means linguistically. And the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every clean and hateful bird. So real quick, let's look this up, right? We're going to look at the concordance. That's built in here. Again, I just want to prove one thing. Let's go to that word devils, right? And we see the word daimon, right? And then when we trace the etymology, so we're going to trace that word daimon, right? Just want to prove the point again. This is what we get.
Demon.
And then this is what we get here. So demon, and then we get demon, right? So it's going to be the habitation, but we're not focusing nearly on the word daimon today. We're focusing on the word habitation. What does the word habitation mean? I'm not going to attempt to say this Greek word. I'm not going to attempt to say that, but I want y'all to see something here. Let's see what the pronunciation is.
Strong's G 2732. Katoiketerian.
Katoiketeria. Wow. That's a tongue twister for sure. But yeah, that word right there, okay, is going into what the word habitation means. But look at what it means. An abode, a habitation, right? So I looked up what abode means. We're going to blow this up a little bit. Abode, a place of residence, a house or home, a residence. So what is the Most High showing us in this verse right here? What is the Most High saying to us, y'all? And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, is become the resident of demons, the residence or the house of demons. All right, a place of residence, house or home. So how does this relate to what Elon Musk is talking about? So let's bring that article up real quick. Elon Musk recently just said, we are summoning the demon with artificial intelligence. So think about all this technology that's happening, the transhumanist movement. Again, the scriptures never lie to us, family. So if the Bible is saying that Babylon is fallen and it's become the habitation of devils, it's literally saying that demons are going to have residence. This is going to be known as the home of demons. And what I think is actually going to happen is many of these people who participate in the transhumanist movement, they're going to be demonically possessed with a demon, right? And they're going to normalize it. So people are going to walk around in this society being demonically influenced and demonically oppressed and possessed, right? Like in the scriptures, they talk about legion. Let me get that real quick. I just want to prove the point real quick. In the scriptures, it talks about legion. Legion was, we'll go right here. I'm going to start at verse 9. Let's see. Here we are. So this is Mark chapter 5, verse 7. And he cried with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Ha Mashayach Yahawashi, thou son of the Most High Yahweh? I adjure thee by Yahweh that thou torment me not. So this is this demon, right? And look what Ha Mashayach says. For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. And he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. And he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now there was there nigh unto the mountains a great herd of swine feeding. And all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine that we may enter into them. So I want to talk about two things real quick before I go back to this. Now look at that word again. There's that word. So when it says devils, we know it's talking about demons, right? So this person had many demons in him, okay? So I want to juxtapose this now with what the transhumanist movement is pushing. But let me finish this out real quick. And all the devils or demons besought him, saying, send us into the swine that we may enter into them. And forthwith Ha Mashayach gave them leave. That's the power that Ha Mashayach is rolling with, man. And the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. So they drowned. So these demons, the society that America is creating with Cern, okay, and with these billionaires, they're creating a habitation or a house where demonically possessed people who are now transhuman. So they used to be human, but now they are trans. So they've changed their nature. And let's look up that word trans also too, because it has a meaningful etymology. Just like they say transgender. Well, right now we have transhumanism going on. Let's see. Here we go. So here we go right here. This is the etymology of the word trans. Word forming element across, beyond, through, or on the other side of, to go, beyond, from the Latin trans, across, over, beyond. So what they're saying is that human nature is going to the next level. It's going beyond its, matter of fact, I've seen somebody put human 2.0. So let me put a bow on this real quick and land the plane like my man Elder Don P says all the time. So Elon Musk says we are summoning the demon, right? So they're going to summon demons using artificial intelligence, and they're opening portals using Cern, okay? So this is what Revelation 18 is going into, and it's going to be normalized, meaning the media is, you're going to be looking at people who are demon or demonically possessed, right? Or the program that you may be working with, right? AI, artificial intelligence. You may be working with a computer program that is literally demonically possessed, right? Or a human being. So watch this. I want to read his words because I want y'all to see something. This is very interesting. This is what he says in quotes. He says, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. Okay. That's what he just said. We are summoning the demon. This is in direct quotes. So Elon Musk is telling you they're getting ready to summon demons to enter into people who are no longer human. They're transhuman. All right. Now he says this, all the stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water. And he's like, yeah, he sure can control the demon, but it doesn't work out. Let me go to the next quote right here. Here we are. In August, he reiterated his concerns in a tweet, writing that AI is potentially more dangerous than nukes. Yeah, you're bringing these demons from a different world, okay? And think about this, people. If Babylon becomes the habitation of demons, that's probably why the Most High God is going to destroy this place, right? Because these demons working through AI and transhumanists, these demons are going to do a lot. They're going to do a lot of evil here. Okay. That's why I said it's going to be the habitation of every foul bird. All right. So going back to Elon Musk now, he says, in August, he reiterated his concerns in a tweet, writing that AI is potentially more dangerous than nukes. Now that's deep because I got a video I want to share with y'all too about nukes and nuclear warfare that happened in New York City. So he's saying this technology is very, very bad, right? And I think the last part that I wanted to bring out real quick, here we go. He says, if I were to guess at what our biggest existential threat is, it's probably that, he said, referring to artificial intelligence. I'm increasingly inclined to think that there should be some regulatory oversight, maybe at the national and international level, just to make sure that we don't do something very foolish, right? Like destroy ourselves in the process, right? So I just wanted to bring this out real quick, family, to show you that in context, we are right. We are literally living the prophecies, okay? In Babylon, right, which is the great USA, the Western world, You know, you can include the UK in that. You can include the Vatican. You can include the papacy and all the NATO countries. That's a part of the Babylonian Empire, right? They all kind of work together. And the headquarters really is here in the US. But this place is now becoming, with Cern and the different technology that they have, it's literally becoming a residence or a home for people who are demonically influenced and possessed. And these people that we're going to come in contact with are going to call themselves transhuman. And this is probably why they did the LGB, whatever, the alphabet, because they're normalizing already the next leap into the transhumanist ideology, which first it's the transgender movement, then it's going to be, after that, transhumanism. And they're going to normalize demonic influences and demonic possession. So I just wanted to bring that out real quick. Yeah, I just wanted to bring that out real quick because I think in the spirit, you know, that's exactly what's going to happen based on what we're seeing in the media and some of the things that's going on. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there.
QANATH, that was beautiful.
All praises, all praises.
Yeah. So yeah, family. With the whole Cern thing, that's gonna be wild out there, especially if we got people demon possessed. You know, we're gonna have to really watch ourselves. It's just so much stuff going on. Dag, man. I was trying to find that video. Hold on. With the uprisings. I'm looking for that. Natalie, you got something you want to say, sis?
Yeah, I definitely can. Let me back off of what he was saying. Yeah, so with the CERN and everything, so they're also when it comes to CERN, they're also terraforming, you know, so they're trying to terraform the earth to try to get everything set up for they can live in. And the thing is that you know, it's a danger for us. You know, like he said that, you know, I believe that a lot of them are already walking around with demons, you know, with demonic entities, because, you know, we know about the Masons and these individuals and all that. So the 33rd degree level, you know, when you get up to that level. So I do agree that, but to know that this type of technology is going to release more into this world, you know, that is going to definitely be it's going to be very intense. So yeah, thank you, Debar, for bringing that out, because that was really interesting.
Con, no problem, sis, no problem. There's so much going on, y'all. I mean, it's so much. Like, it's a struggle to keep up with everything. I got two more things. So I got one video too, Sharshem. I don't know when you want me to play it, but in New York City, they are preparing people for nuclear.
Yeah. I was looking for that.
I got it.
It was something else I was looking for about the rioting that's happening, because I want to talk about the food shortage that's going on, that how we getting hit, but the third world countries is getting hit harder. A lot of y'all don't know that they already over there. A guy said they down to 1 meal a day, and they starving the people. Now we know everybody can't eat 1 meal a day, but I was saying try to get your meals down to 1.5. That's what I was saying. But you can pull a video up.
Okay, Con. And we also got oh, that's interesting. So Hiram Abiff. This is a name in the book. Oh man, Manly P. Hall. Manly P. Hall wrote The Secret Destiny of America. And they talk about Hiram Abiff being the actual veneration of Jesus Christ. He's basically the real power behind the idol Jesus Christ. But anyhow, I just saw someone's name and I had this, it just rang a bell. But anyhow, let me I'm gonna play this video real quick. Now this shows you, family, what time we are living in. Okay. Hey, Shalom, K Judah, Shalom, King.
Oh, K. Judah, most high bless, King. Big salute.
Bless.
To my big brother K. Judah in the building.
Yeah. So this shows you what time we're living in now. Okay. So we already know that the Ukraine-Russian conflict is going to lead to nuclear warfare. We know that. Okay. And I played a video maybe a few weeks back where they said that this war is going to probably take out anywhere, that nuclear war is probably going to take out anywhere from 3 billion to about 5 billion people just from that conflict. And then global starvation, I'm going to show you also, that is a man-made famine.
And it's happening now all over the world.
It's already, yes, it's happening now. And I'm going to show you a video with Stalin on this, but we're bringing all this out not to jump around in different topics. All of this is happening all at once. So you got demonic AI technology that's summoning demons, and Babylon is now the headquarters of demons kind of walking the earth.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, you have a nuclear war that is right in front of you. And they're now starting to pretty much prepare the public for nuclear catastrophe. All right.
Now, if they
and I also show, go ahead.
No, I wanted to say, if they tell a New York State first, you know it's serious. Because New York is the most populated.
Come on.
They, the Mecca with all nations. So that's why this is really important when he showed the video. And it's important for us to know too. So now I'm telling y'all, and after we talk about that video, I want you to bring that stuff up and let the people know again about the radiation you've been saying, in case it happened, to take this for the radiation.
Yes.
You got to send me that information. I still need that so I can buy something.
Oh, yeah. I got my bad. My bad.
I know you probably forgot. I ain't tripping. I'm just saying.
Yep. Yeah, I got you, though. I got you 100 on that. All right. So let me share my screen real quick.
Okay, Elder. No problem. Elder Tashaka. Go ahead. Go ahead, DeBall.
All right.
You can jump in anytime you want, sis.
Yep. So let me know if I'm up.
Yeah, you up.
All right, con. So I just wanted to set the stage real quick, right? This is the progression. This is the logical progression of where we are today. So first, the governments, right? They held a major radiological incident in Austin, Texas. Now that was done May 14th around May 16th, 2022. All right. So again, why are they doing this? Because they wanted to do this, ensure preparedness against radiological threats, right? Now, we know that Russia talked about the ICBMs. It talked about blasting the United States with the Satan II missile. And it talked about only 2 missiles for the East Coast, 2 missiles for the West Coast. America's finished. All right. So now let's get some more on this, right? So that's the context, right? That's the buildup, if you will. Now, from this one exercise that all the federal government and certain agencies participated in, now look at what they're doing. We got the video for you.
So there's been a nuclear attack. Don't ask me how or why, just know that the big one has hit, okay? So what do? There are 3 important steps that I want you to remember. Step 1, get inside fast. You, your friends, your family, get inside. And no, staying in the car is not an option. You need to get into a building and move away from the windows. Step 2, stay inside. Shut all doors and windows. Have a basement? Head there. If you don't have one, get as far into the middle of the building as possible. If you were outside after the blast, get clean immediately. Remove and bag all outer clothing to keep radioactive dust or ash away from your body. Step 3, stay tuned. Follow media for more information. Don't forget to sign up for Notify NYC for official alerts and updates. And don't go outside until officials say it's safe. All right, you've got this.
All right, so there you go, right there. So just think about this, family. Why, while they're talking about in Austin, Texas, they're saying, "Hey, we're going to do a exercise to test our preparedness against a nuclear catastrophe." Now, New York City is pushing out media saying, "Hey, if some kind of nuclear threat happened," and then keep that. Now, check this out. We don't really care why. Now, why would they say that? Well, we know why that would happen, because Russia was provoked to strike the U.S. because the U.S. put anti-missile defense systems in the Ukraine. So it's going to escalate at some point, family. It's going to escalate. But notice how they're trying to now get people prepared, get them mentally ready, right? Prepare their minds mentally for nuclear devastation.
So this is what y'all need to do if this happened, right? Hey, the ball, pull up painter's plastic. Or
okay,
for me, or get some type of plastic, family, because if a nuclear strike happened and your windows don't shut out, you still want to block out the air from getting into your homes from the radiation fallout. So you want to take all the plastic, plasterize the windows of your house with duct
that's
tape.
right.
And you can use painter plastic. I'm not for sure. Maybe you could use trash bags, but maybe painter plastics would be better. And take the stuff that the bar said to take for the what you call it. So put this on, the potassium iodine. So put this on y'all prep list just to have for cases if you stuck inside your house and if it was a nuclear strike, so that you and your family can be safe. Plasterize all the windows. So put duct tape and painter plastic on your prep list, and this stuff here to take so you can beat the radiation poison. This is very, very important. Very, very important. Please invest in this. This is for your windows in your house, your apartment, wherever you live. And that for your family. Get enough for your family to take. If a nuclear strike happens, take this and make sure that you plasterize your windows and whatever clothes y'all had on, throw in a trash bag and throw it out your house. Throw it out your house.
Con, I just wanted to also land me back on what Sharsham said. So remember, the reason why you would plasterize your windows and put plastic on them is because the radioactive isotopes, they're invisible, they're free radicals. So you won't be able to see them, but they will roam and they can get through the crevices of your windows. So to block that, you have that plastic to be another reinforcement. You can also get an air purifier so that you can pretty much mitigate any free radicals that get through that barrier of defense as well. And then the ultimate protection is what I have on the screen right here, which is called potassium iodine. It's about $15, so $14.99. For $14, you can get a bunch of them on Amazon. You can get you can stockpile these. I actually do this all the time. But what this does is what it indicates right here: thyroid blocking in a radiation emergency. So this is the only time you should use these, because your thyroid, when it comes in contact with the radioactive isotopes, your thyroid sends messages throughout the nuclei of your body to start responding to the radioactive energy, and that causes actual cancer. So what they found out through Esau science and research, they found out that if you could block the isotopes from reaching the thyroid, you could actually prevent nuclear radiation sickness, is where people start turning red. There's a video too. I got to show this video, man. I got another. It's a movie, matter of fact.
Hey, well, hold on. Let me answer this question. What we saying is, Yashay is to plasterize the windows after the blast, not before the blast. If the blast hit, it might blast out some of your windows, depending on how close you is to it. But after that, and a nuclear fallout is happening, you have to plasterize your windows. You don't have no
Yeah.
choice. Not saying before it hit. We talk about after. Go ahead.
Right. Yeah, con. Yeah, that's a key point too. Like, after the blast, right? If you're in the blast, well, you're pretty much, you can, bend over and kiss your behind goodbye because you're done. But this is being away from impact, away from the blast. So say the blast happens in, like, say we all live in New York City, the blast happens in Pennsylvania. Okay. That fallout is going to go 50 to about 100-mile radius, okay, in all directions, especially with the jet stream. So everybody's going to be doing that. They're going to be plasterizing their houses and windows so that they don't have the free radicals. And then the free radicals, still got to take the potassium iodine. All right. So that's just how you're going to protect yourself and your family. And I want to get this. Give me 1 second to find this. I want to get this movie where they actually show this kind of stuff. So the media was behind all of this as well, family, and they knew what was going on, and they knew about this whole conflict stuff. All of this stuff they knew about decades ago. They knew the potential of war with Russia and all that stuff. Okay, so I just want to show that video if I can find it real quick, and then start sharing. Matter of fact, I'm gonna stop sharing. And I'll let you have the floor while I go ahead and find this video real quick.
Okay. So you got anything you want to say, Nat?
Oh, I'm just listening. You know, everything you guys are saying. I was going to say something about the iodine, but you know, the bar took it right out of my mouth. So yeah, yeah, you know, you're gonna be exposed to radiation. So you definitely want to limit the amount of exposure. People, depending on the level of exposure of radiation, you definitely want to treat that. You know, stay hydrated. A gallon of water. Try to cleanse your system, flush your system out. Like you said, guard those windows, unplug all your electronics because it can cause a magnetic field after the explosion. So you don't want to have any electronics plugged in. And if you do, you want to immediately get those unplugged. So yeah, it's just all types of precautions that need to be taken care of prior to the hit and as well as afterwards, like you guys said. So yep. Good job, everybody, with that.
I think they only give you like a 30-second warning before it's a nuclear strike, right? They were like 30 seconds or something. They tell the people you got an incoming.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, yeah. So unplug as many, sockets as you can, and get down the safest place of your home, and hopefully after that, immediately get up and start plasterizing your windows. Make sure you get. The first thing you should do when a nuclear strike coming, everybody in your house should have on a N95 mask, period. That's the first thing. You got to protect your face and maybe some goggles. I would just invest in those, period. Like some goggles for your eyes or whatever like that. After the blast, just put on some goggles to protect your eyesight. And the N95, get up, immediately start hitting. The first things you should be hitting is the windows and the doors with plastic. And then after that, you can deal with whatever else the mess is in your home. But they're the first things you need to do.
Con. Now, I want to just quickly run through this real quick. This is the movie The Day After. It's on YouTube for free. I encourage everyone to watch this movie. They already knew what would happen with nuclear, a whole nuclear conflict. I'm going to speed through the movie. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I just want to kind of show you what Esau already knew decades ago. You see, this movie is 1983. It's called The Day After. All right. They made a couple iterations of it, but this is the best one to look at. As you see, it has over 4 million views. And it really, really does a good job of telling us like what's going to happen. So I'm going to go ahead here, play a little bit of it. So everything looks peaceful.
Make the screen real wide. Yeah.
There you go. Everything's peaceful. Everybody going to work. Now here's the interesting thing.
Meeting with his cabinet and congressional leaders of both parties, the president tonight declared all United States military personnel on worldwide stage 2 alert. Soviet Ambassador Anatoly Karagin was summoned to the White House 3/4 of an hour ago.
She was in my...
All right, let me fast forward to some more.
Well,
Now this is the missiles launching, ICBMs.
Come on, Billy, this was your idea.
No, not the hole in the ground was my idea. Yeah. Yeah, sure, man. Come on, make up your mind. Because you're either going to crawl down in that hole or you're going to shoot me in the back. So what does the book say, bozo?
All right, let's see. Here we go. This is what you got to see right here. It's going to be a normal day in Babylon. Then you're going to see these missiles come out.
Those are Minuteman missiles.
like a test, sort of. Like a warning?
They're on their way to Russia.
Were they on their way to? Russia.
They take about 30 minutes to reach their target. So do theirs, right?
Missile warning, this is Beale. Confidence is high. I repeat, confidence is high. Roger, we've got 32 targets in track and 10 impacting points. Want to confirm, is this an exercise?
Traffic jams. Look at that, y'all. EMP. That's the EMP strike that Sis Natalie was talking about.
Hey! Come on, B. Don't die on me now.
All your cars are going off.
Now, pause that real quick, DeVar. Now, this is what I was saying about the electric magnetic pulse. When they put that shit in the jab, those what they call nano particles can instantly kill you.
Yep.
If you got that shit running through your system, because your body is like a computer system. It's connected. Once that stuff connects through your system, it's going to be a direct kill shot to your heart. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to pretty much just drop dead like that.
Con. So I'm gonna show the blast, and then I'm gonna go right to the end. So, but it's a good movie, y'all. I gotta check this out, all right? But this is free on YouTube, so watch it, download it before they take it off.
Finished.
Man, look at that. Commercial break.
Hey guys, welcome to Forward. We're a new type of doctor's office that's
Woo. They showing you what's about to happen.
Now, I believe that's in the book of Zephaniah, where it says it's going to be so hot that is going to melt the atoms, and the flesh will fall off their skin. That's scripture.
Gone.
Hopefully we be beamed
That's
the hell
right.
Hopefully we be beamed the hell up out of here before that happens.
Hey, Esau be knowing the book, don't he? He's showing you what's going down, man. He's showing you what's going to happen.
Yeah, they can stay the party. I want to be gone when that shit.
Yeah. Look, I'm trying to be so damn gone. I don't want to be in this country. But that's a different story. But let me I'm gonna finish this up real quick, and then we can move on.
And he got nuclear fallout on him from that blast.
Yep.
Radiation poison.
All right, I'm gonna leave it there, man. But y'all get the picture, right? Y'all get the picture. So
we definitely get the picture.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's right. Yeah. So they already preparing the public in New York City to deal with this kind of reaction, this kind of catastrophe. They're already prepping people. So you got to look at that, y'all. Y'all got to look at that and say,
And that's why I don't like New York. Because of them islands, man, it's hard to get away. You don't have a flat base where you can just go or move on, as you got to go through them bridges and shit. That's why I never liked New York. I'm like, because the way it's connected, it's like you stuck. And I just felt like that's a trap. You know what I mean? I just felt like it's a trap up there. Like, it ain't like how where we live at, where we can keep going across land. It's like once they cut them bridges, yo, it's like you stuck with shit, man.
Yeah. Unless you got a boat or you know how to swim really good.
Exactly.
You're pretty much done.
That shit crazy. And you know that traffic up there terrible.
Ooh, it's the worst. Yep. So anyhow, family, we wanted to bring that out because again, there are multiple situations in the prophecies that our people are going to be facing. So it's not only that you're going to deal with a race war, famine, you got nuclear war, okay? You got many things going on in these last days, and our job as the messengers of the Most High is to bring the information forward to give the people the warning, because again, no other camps are really going over this stuff, man. You got to ask yourself, why are they living oblivious to global, geopolitical politics that's going on? Right now, there is all types of provocations for World War III with nuclear conflict. I mean, I don't know how you can ignore these things. So we're going to do what the Most High, put it on our hearts to do and be obedient and give our people the warning, because we don't want anybody, that we love, for all the FOPE family, the members, and even our listeners, our supporters, man. We don't want nobody to be caught slipping when this happens. You know what I'm saying? So that's
what the thing that we doing that's different from them. They the scriptures to people, but they're not telling you how to survive this shit. Like how he told you to get these tablets, how we telling y'all to board up the windows with the plastic and duct tape. They're not telling you how to survive. All he is telling you is have faith in the Lord and reading the scriptures over and over again. They're not really educating the people on what to do. That's the thing about with these other camps. They just read scripture. That's it. They're not really educating y'all. See, what we teaching y'all is how to try to make it out this thing as best as possible. They're not educating the people on this is what you should be doing. This is how you're going to need to survive. This is what you're going to do in case this emergency. You want to need a walkie-talkie, a life straw, this stuff in case you got to run. Or they're not giving this kind of information out. I ain't saying no other camp do this right now. None.
Come. I agree with you. And while they're bringing out precepts and so forth and giving you breakdowns, they want you to keep sending your money, so keep sending them alms, okay? But they're not going to give you a way where it's like, hey, This is the geopolitical situation. This is what we need to be responding to. This is what you need to have your household prepared for, because again, massive food shortages coming this year by the fall. By next year, 2023, we are going to know that we're in a famine. Yep. Okay. And I want to
9 months left. Maybe I think you got into around March till the next yielding season. And that's when the spring comes. So when March come, middle of March, and you know when they put that little bit of food out, that was it. That's all the harvest they got. It ain't shit else. That's why I be telling y'all prep now, get ready now. And those that's marking us, let them die in their foolishness, because they're gonna wish they listened. Because we ain't no food on them shelves. And like I said, that's why I want to get them other videos showing where them people riding at for one meal right now. Because what I realized today, the Most High told me that the third world countries are getting beat down worse right now before us. They feeling it more because they thrive off of the United States. So what we don't got and they got the lack of, it's worse for them first. Then it's going to hit us after. So y'all not feeling it yet. They already feeling it. That's why they over there trying to overthrow their own governments. And you got the uprisings in Ghana and all these different places that's happening that they showing. It ain't hitting us hard like it's hitting them. They over there eating one meal a day, they saying. They can't even afford, they got the last gas and electric up, their water up, 1 meal a day. People are starving, they going crazy. They can't take it no more.
Yeah.
What is going to happen that video when it hit America? Yeah, I want to play that out so the people can see that. Because it's very important, y'all. This is why all this stuff is happening over there. Because what's going on in India? Because it hit there first. It's hitting the third world countries first. Worse. It ain't hit our country that hard yet, but it's going to hit America.
Well, before it hit India, it hit Venezuela. I don't know if you guys heard about what happened in Venezuela. They were eating the zoo animals. And they were eating their pets. Like they broke into the zoo and were actually eating the zoo animals. So
that's crazy.
Tried to warn
y'all. So yeah, people are gonna be. It's gonna be all kind of stuff that's gonna be going down.
Like my brother, Black Scone Man podcast told y'all, they're gonna be roasting pit bulls. And I eat no dog. Only dog I'm eating is a hot dog.
There you go. All right, so let me put this. This is in Sri Lanka, but look at what's going on, family. Okay, these are the commotions, the beginning of sorrows, right here before our eyes. All right, let me make it bigger.
In the presidential swimming pool, in the president's bed, in the president's office, tens of thousands of Sri Lankans took out their aggression on the presidential palace in the wealthy Colombo neighborhood. They blamed the president for allegedly mishandling funds. President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his brother Mahinda have been in power for years. Mahinda became a hero among the majority in 2009 when his government defeated Tamil separatist rebels after years of bloody civil war. Gotabaya was defense secretary at the time and is the current president. These tensions have been building, a nation fed up for months, running out of fuel and struggling to pay for bare necessities like food imports, cooking gas, and medicine. In June, Sri Lankan officials shut down schools and stopped providing fuel to all but essential services. The South Island nation of 22 million has defaulted on all of its foreign debt due to a lack of foreign exchange. The value of the Sri Lankan rupee has dropped even further, paired with high inflation, drove the country into turmoil. A Facebook live stream from inside the president's house showed hundreds of protesters draped in flags pushing for President Rajapaksa to step down. Officials said the president was removed from his official residence Friday for his safety ahead of the planned rally. BBC reports the president said he would step down on July 13th, according to the parliament speaker. The president has not been seen or made a public statement himself. Current Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe also said he would step down after the protests. His private residence was set on fire.
Trying to cause issues like this, problems like this by going and burning houses is not the answer. It's not the solution. It's not going to help the economy of this country. It's only going to polarize people.
At a news conference in the Thai capital, Bangkok, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says U.S. officials are keeping an eye on the situation.
It's incumbent on the government, whether it's a new constitutionally selected government the existing government to work quickly to try to identify and implement solutions.
Meanwhile, protesters are not going quietly. They say they will not leave the president's residence until he actually steps down. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Stephanie Officer.
All right, y'all. So that's coming here. It's coming to listen right now. What they're doing is they're selectively targeting third world countries. Okay. So one by one, they're going to select each one. And notice, look how many melanated brown people you saw there. They're going to start with them first. Okay. This is a purge. Okay. Esau is trying to survive because he is out reproduced. Everyone is not like him. In other words, most of the world is melanated. The world isn't with no pigmentation. That's a very small minority in the world. So they're literally attacking people that have melanated complexion, and they're allowing their governments to be overthrown and defaulted on. And these people, what do you see? They're in the streets, okay? And eventually they're going to start tearing shit up. Eventually, when they get hungry, people get mad, and that's when it gets chaotic.
I mean, they're eating zoo animals. God damn, that's crazy. Like, nigga growing up in a zoo? Like, I ain't got the heart to do no shit like that. Go ahead.
You'll be surprised when their belly rumbling. You're going to be like, hey, there is some animals at that zoo. I'm going to go up there.
That tree right there, boy. Grab that. We're going to fry, cook that thing up on the grill. Nigga, I said, shoot that monkey off the tree. That's bad, man. That's bad, though.
Hey, and let me show you this document. Now, this document, y'all, this is the UN strategy, y'all. We're dealing with UN strategy on this. Okay, so let me go here. And hold on. Let me make it small. Hold on 1 second. Here we go, right here. Now, listen, I'm going to read just a little bit of this real quick because, you know, this document is very hard to find right now. They are taking it off the internet. Okay?
I think this is the one that we showed in the video that they were saying.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, you actually found it where they say
I actually got a copy.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad. See, now y'all know that Edomite guy that said that they put this up on the UN website, he wasn't lying. I didn't think he was lying anyway. But they talking about is hungry people work harder, and this shit. Go ahead out. This shit is crazy.
Hey, Esau is gone mentally. He's full insanity. He's out of his head. Okay. Now I'm gonna read the title because it's very unbelievable just looking at the title. The benefits of world hunger. So this is a man-made global famine, and we're gonna talk about Stalin next because Stalin. What they're doing is implementing Stalin's policies on a massive global level. So everybody's going to be involved in this thing. And this is why it's important to be self-reliant. The things that Sharsham is bringing out is so important and imperative that you apply this stuff because you can't depend on nobody but yourself. Self-reliance. It's key. And when we get into the Stalin video, you're going to see that Ukrainians understood the importance of being self-reliant, right? So anyhow, segue right back to this. This is The Benefits of World Hunger by George Kent. This is what he says. We sometimes talk about hunger in the world as if it were a scourge that all of us want to see abolished, viewing it as comparable with the plague or AIDS. That's a funny sentence. See, these people, they try to be lofty. All right. But you can read in between the lines and see what they're saying. But watch this next sentence. But that naive view prevents us from coming to grips with what causes and sustains hunger. Hunger has great positive value to many people. Really? Okay. Indeed, it is fundamental to the working of the world's economy. Hungry people are the most productive people, especially where there is a need for manual labor. You know what that's called? Slavery. They basically saying, if we starve you, we can manipulate you to go on a plantation where you can work your ass to death as we go ahead and haul you off to some giant mass grave, or what they call a gulag. The gulags. All right. There's a book called Gulag Archipelago, and this is exactly what it's coming from. Most of this stuff come from Stalin and Mao. Okay, so I'm gonna go real quick on this last paragraph, and then we're gonna keep moving on. We in developed countries sometimes see poor people by the roadside holding up signs saying we'll work for food. Actually, most people work for food. It is mainly because people need food to survive that they work so hard either in producing food for themselves in subsistence level production or by selling their services to others in exchange for money. How many of us would sell our service if it were not for the threat of hunger? So as you go on, y'all, basically the idea is to basically take people out of their jobs, put them on plantations as slaves, and to basically use hunger as a motivator to make them work better, work harder. All right. So these are these leaders, these billionaires, these people out here, they are going nuts. All right. They're going crazy. And I want to bring up this Stalin video real quick to tie this into the point of what they're trying to do. Sorry for the infinite screen there. All right, so this last video real quick, and I'm gonna turn it over to Sharsham. This one policy that we just seen in the books, The Benefit of World, or in the article, The Benefit of World Hunger, they got this stuff, they got that policy from mass murderers like Joseph Stalin. So we're about to watch how he did the same thing. And this is coming to a city near you. Just so you guys know, Bill Gates, Chinese billionaires, and Jeff Bezos, excuse me, Salakia, they're buying up all the farmland. Mm-hmm. They're buying all the farmland so they can have their new billionaire corporate plantation where they're going to implement a Maoist / Leninist, Stalin, a Mao Zedong, or a Joseph Stalin policy for creating manufactured famines. This is exactly what they're doing, and this is the program, and the UN is going to do it on a global level. So I'm gonna play the video, and then you'll be able to see the whole picture on what's coming. All right.
Тухлих у полі по житах, а скільки лежало по дорозі мертвих. Голодомор я добре пережила і пам'ятатиму, скільки житиму.
This is Rostislav, reading the words of his grandmother Lydia, who lived in Ukraine.
Це страшно дивитися і згадувати.
Lydia was...
We're Americans.
Commercial break.
We took the guitar and made it roll.
Is a witness and survivor of a horrific man-made famine that killed millions in Ukraine.
My father has recorded an oral history that his grandmother told him, and he just recorded it in ink pen.
А в нас сім'я 10 осіб. Батько увечері каже: "Подохнемо з голоду. Щось треба робити."
The famine hit several parts of the Soviet Union from 1932 to 1933. In Ukraine, it became known as the Holodomor, a term meaning death by starvation. It was genocide carried out by a dictator who wanted to keep Ukraine under his control and would do everything in his power to cover it up for decades. In 1917, after the fall of the Russian Empire, Ukraine briefly gained freedom. But by 1922, it was forcefully integrated into the newly formed Soviet Union. And
so check that out, y'all. You gotta hear that real quick. So first, it's a fall. Then there is regime change. Okay, that's the same thing they're doing right now with the fall of the USD and all these global governments. Everybody's falling. And as everybody falls, there's going to be regime change. There's going to be new empires that form up. and then they're going to start killing people off. Watch this.
And became known as the Ukrainian Socialist Soviet Republic. At the time, the country was largely rural. Most of the population were villagers and farmers.
Self-reliance is a very important thing for every Ukrainian. And so having that piece of land, cultivating that land was something that was very important to so many.
In fact,
so check that out. Self-reliance. Don't rely on anybody else but yourself. If you go hungry, you got to figure out a way to feed yourself. Okay. And if every man does that, we can solve the hunger crisis. But as you're going to see, they're going to manipulate policies to make it impossible for people to feed themselves. All right. And we're going through this right now as a nation. Go ahead, King. I don't know if you have something.
No, you're right. I was just going along. You're right. That's what's going on. That's what's happening. I think this was the same stuff, information in the other few videos I was going to bring out, but I don't have to play them because like most of the stuff you already have right here. I think I got like 1 or maybe 2 videos I want to show. Nothing long. Nap, you got anything you want to bring out? You can too, Queen. Just whenever you want to jump in, let us know.
Oh yeah, thank you.
But go ahead, Debar. You can finish up and then we'll let Nap tell you.
Ukraine was known for its farmland. With some of the world's most fertile soil, the country was a huge grain producer, especially in these regions. Over time, it became known as the breadbasket of the Soviet Union, and Joseph Stalin wanted complete control of it. When Stalin rose to power in the mid-1920s, a distinctly Ukrainian culture and national identity were thriving. But by the late 1920s, he and other Soviet leaders feared it could bring on a Ukrainian revolution. They decided to crack down on what they saw as an ideological threat to the Soviet regime. And they began a widespread, violent purge of Ukrainian intellectuals along with priests and religious structures.
You have to think about it as kind of decapitating the leadership of the country. You cut off its head, basically.
Around the same time, Stalin introduced a 5-year plan that would eventually give him control of Ukrainian agriculture. The goal was to industrialize all of the Soviet Union at a rapid pace, which meant building up industries like electricity, coal, and steel. To fund this project, Stalin turned to the collectivization of agriculture, which meant consolidating individual farms across all of the Soviet Union into large state-run farms.
If you combine, 60, 70, 80 small farms into one big farm, it's easier to control it. It's easier to extract surplus grain or surplus sugar or whatever that farm produces.
In Ukraine, the plan gave Stalin direct control over grain production, which meant he could extract all of the crop to sell to the West as a way to fund Soviet industrialization.
By this policy of industrialization, by taking away everything that grew on the land, Stalin aimed to really destroy that connection between the land and life itself. That was one of the key ideological things in industrialization, saying that it's not about the land, it's about the state, the Soviet state that will then provide for your livelihood.
Many Ukrainian farmers who had worked independently for their entire lives resisted Stalin's plan. So Stalin found another way to attack them. He launched a propaganda campaign to smear farmers. He labeled anyone resistant to collectivization a kulak, a Russian term for a wealthy peasant, and depicted them as greedy exploiters and enemies of the state, and sometimes as literal parasites.
This was a way to drive a wedge within a community, and it's a way to justify, I think, what the Soviet state and what the Communist Party is trying to do on the ideological side.
No matter how rich or poor, Stalin seized the belongings of the so-called kulaks. He then exiled, imprisoned, or executed hundreds of thousands of them. And for the farmers who remained,
there go your re-education camps, y'all. There go you got to be re-educated. So if you're not going with the new political correctness, you're going to be re-educated. And if you don't get re-educated, you will be basically terminated from this world. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So watch this next one. I think this next one is all we're going to get into, and then I'll turn it over.
He engineered a famine to starve them.
So hold on. He engineered a famine to starve them. All right. And we just read a document that said that world hunger is actually good because people become more productive. Okay. So this is the psychotic nature of the 1%, the elite who run the world. They are literally thinking that if they just starve everybody, that they can get more people to be compliant with the will of what they want, and they impose the will through using the government to control the people. So check this out real quick.
In 1931, Stalin deliberately set quotas for grain production that were far beyond the capacity of farmers across the Soviet Union. When farmers failed to meet those quotas, Stalin's men swept their farms to confiscate all the grain they could find. Records show the Soviets took over 4 million tons of grain from Ukraine alone in 1932. That same year, a new law punished anyone who took even a handful of grain or was caught hiding grain or bread with 10 years in prison or the death penalty. Stalin's oppressive collection policy created a famine that started spreading in grain-producing regions across the Soviet Union. Some party members sent Stalin letters about the growing crisis, pleading for a change in policy.
And that's what makes it so diabolical, because if a government is really concerned about its population, its people, then at the end of the first famine year, it can reverse its policies. But instead, the government and the party actually double down.
Their commitment.
So think about this. If the policy is creating the scarcity, what he's saying is, why would you perpetuate that policy? Why would you keep that policy in place if it's causing the problem? So This shows that most of these so-called leaders, these leaders don't give a damn about the people, because if they did, they would just reverse policies that actually cause damage. You see what I'm saying? But this is why they're calling it a man-made famine. And we're seeing that right now in Babylon as we speak. We're seeing food production plants being blown up. We're seeing cattle being killed by the hundreds, if not thousands. Okay, what is the global impact, or what's the impact on a national level to us? Eventually, we're going to start seeing, because America is so large and it produces so much, eventually we're going to see that, you know what, we ain't got enough food for everybody. And that's when it's going to start getting chaotic. But I'm going to continue real quick.
To collectivization made the famine deadly in many parts of the Soviet Union. But when it came to Ukraine, Stalin's need for the complete submission of its people compounded the effects of the famine.
Man, look at them eating off the ground. Look at this, y'all. This is crazy. We just saw one dude look like a skeleton. Now we're seeing somebody looking for breadcrumbs off the ground. Woo! This is crazy.
In the fall and winter of 1932, Soviet police began seizing not just grain, but anything edible, even livestock. Farms in Ukraine, and sometimes entire villages, were blacklisted for missing grain quotas, torn apart for food, and prohibited from receiving any supplies. And in January 1933, knowing Ukrainians were leaving in search of food, Stalin closed the borders of Ukraine.
You see what they're going to do, y'all? Remember, there's a saying, those who don't learn from history are compelled to repeat it. So this is less than 100 years. This is 1933. We're at 2022. Okay. So this is within 100 years. So the minute what we can basically predict is that once we get knee deep into this global famine, they're going to lock down the borders, because everybody gonna want to leave. So, you know, for my brothers and sisters who have a desire to expatriate, we got to really start making our plans, because at some point they're not going to let you exit the country. Okay. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep playing this and for a couple more minutes, and then we'll close out in just a second.
And policed migration from Ukrainian villages to cities too. In the tens of
They ain't playing Sharshan, right?
No, I'm laughing at Nehemiah comment. The last thing he posted got me dying laughing. I'm sorry.
Oh, what did he say? Hold on, let's see.
Let me post it. It's funny though. I was dying laughing at that. I just
Con. But look at this, y'all, real quick.
From Ukrainian villages to cities too. In the coming months, tens of thousands of Ukrainian villagers were caught trying to flee and were sent back to their homes to starve.
This was a
Damn, they sent them back to their homes to starve, y'all. This is some real stuff.
targeted extermination of peasantry.
People tried to find food.
This brings an interesting light on what those FEMA camps might be for. He says mass graves for the starved. Look at that. This is crazy, y'all. All right, we got to learn from history.
And wherever they could, in rivers and streams, they began to eat their animals, their pets. They began to catch birds and mice, whatever they could find on trees that would give them some sort of sustenance. People were so desperate that they ate flesh from animals that they found on the road, and some even resorted to cannibalism.
This is
Hold on,
Webflow.
y'all. Commercial break.
Make the design tool from the future. The most powerful visual.
So let's check this out. They said they ate their pets, they ate their farm animals, they ate dead carcasses on the road, okay, which is really unhealthy.
Mm-hmm.
And then, worst come to worst, they resorted to cannibalism. All right, now, y'all.
That's serious right there.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I ain't trying to go through this. I'm just keeping it 100, man. I'll be obedient and prepare like the ant.
Exactly.
Same here.
So keep mocking us. Keep laughing at us.
Yeah. These scoffers going to wake up one day hungry. They're going to starve and find themselves in a FEMA camp out here working to eat. Because, they could be more productive because they hungry. All right, let me keep playing this.
But even in this unimaginable suffering, Ukrainians fought for their lives and each other.
She was my great-grandmother. I have fond memories of her. My dad, when he took me to her village, I was really young. So Lydia's house is actually my first memories. The way Holodomor happened, it was mostly happening in the rural areas. Lydia was a student at the time.
And she actually told me about how they survived. Ночью під деревом викопали ямку, в ямку поставили діжечку або ящик, насипали зерна, засипали землею і висипали попіл.
At night, they would make flour out of that wheat and make some makeshift bread. The reason why they would do it at night is that nobody could see the smoke coming out of their windows.
Lydia describes horrific village scenes, seeing a mother die of starvation and police taking away children. Once, when Lydia saw her neighbors who had bloated bodies and couldn't get up, she started to sneak them bread and milk. It's likely due to her efforts that 7 people out of that family of 9 survived.
Wow.
After its peak in May and June of 1933, the famine slowly started subsiding. Likely because of a weakened labor force, the Soviet regime finally took measures to decrease grain confiscations and arrests. By 1934, most regions collectivized. Almost all farmers were working for the state. Though we will never know the total number of deaths from the Holodomor, a recent study estimated nearly 4 million Ukrainians killed.
Woo!
Places like the North Caucasus, with a large Ukrainian population.
That's Esau's homeland right there.
Suffered greatly too. And further east, Kazakhstan lost at least a third of its population. So many people perished during the Holodomor that the Soviet Union had to send people over to Ukraine to rebuild the labor force.
The main goal was to resettle those areas in order to work the land. There were settlers brought in from various parts of the Soviet Union, but mainly from Russia.
This resettlement program set off a wave of future campaigns over the years. Many Russians moved here in the east and south, which are to this day places with large Russian populations.
All right, so that's good. I'm gonna go ahead.
If not more.
That's good on that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very interesting. And to see that that was a forced starvation, no reason for it at all, it just implies the evil that is within some of these individuals is willing to risk the lives of others just for their enjoyment. And that is sad.
Con. Hey, the Black Man Podcast, man, he said, flee America, aka Babylon the Great. Yes. Yeah. I'm telling you.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. If you have the economic, ability to do it. And I would say if you could just double up on a job, work with your wife, y'all work together, or as a family, work together. Even if you're single, work within your family. Because here's the thing, and I can't stress this enough. I don't say these things to be redundant for irritation. I say them because it's really important that we understand the position that Babylon is in. Most people in America, aka Babylon, they are agriculturally dependent. Meaning if Costco goes down, Wegmans, Kroger's, Sam's Club, Giant, Food Lion, Tops, whatever your grocery store is, most people are going to be in a dependent state where they cannot feed themselves. Okay. And we've kind of lost the skill. My grandparents, great-grandparents, they always garden. Me, I have an indoor garden. Like I was sharing with y'all, I think a couple of days ago, the Tower Garden and other gardens out there. Okay. But that's been a lost skill. So now you're talking about a populace who is prone to violence, pretty much mentally ill. Not everybody, but most. Narcissistic. So they're selfish, right? And they think they're completely correct about everything. They're never wrong. That populace is going to be prone to some of the worst violence we have ever seen. Okay. And it's probably going to start with the cities. And then the government's going to step in and start driving.
Start with the cities, not probably.
Yep. Yeah. And then people are going to be relocated to these Foxconn style housing complexes that Bill Gates is investing in, Jeff Bezos as well, and these Chinese billionaires, where you're going to have suicide nets. So you're going to be on a plantation, making what they call, and I want to show that video. That's the last one, because they tried to sell this idea that Bill Gates had. Okay, he's kind of making what he calls meatless plant-based meat. So people are going to be on this plantation working to produce.
Oh, is that the one that they had over in Australia where they burnt it down? His plantation.
Yes, in the Netherlands.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that thing was major, y'all.
Right,
there's so much going on. There's so much
they
going
burnt
on.
Down Bill Gates' synthetic meat plantation. All praises to the Most High.
Yeah, all praises. The heathen showing what time it is, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because they know what happens. See,
I want to eat that shit.
Yeah, everybody not ignorant.
Exactly.
Everybody not ignorant. Yeah, they don't want to eat that stuff. Because guess what? They bioengineered it, modified it, so it's not real plants, and it has all kinds of different toxins in it. They've infused it with estrogen, which causes cancer in women, causes all kinds of fertility issues in men. I mean, it's all kinds of issues with this stuff, y'all. But let me share this real quick, and then I'm gonna give it over to Shar Sham. So here we go. Let me know when I'm good.
You up? Go ahead.
Okay, con. So this is let me read the title. A Gates funded picnic facility burnt to the ground. Okay. Now it says breaking. a Bill Gates Foundation supermarket in the Netherlands that focuses on new age foods like plant protein meat has spontaneously, see, they know what happened. It was a revolt, has spontaneously caught fire in the middle of the night. No. These people, they know what they're doing. They say, hell no, this ain't going to be in our town. Now watch this, y'all. Look at that fire. They said, hell no to Bill Gates. Watch this again.
And that looked like a full alarm fire. Full alarm fire.
So we're showing you some real things on a geopolitical level. We're showing you that not only do you want to be conscious about what's going on, have some situational awareness, but you don't want your family out here starving, okay? Because they're going to use your hunger and starvation to manipulate you. And when they do it, they're going to probably put you in a more worser position than what you were in the beginning. Okay, that's the thing. They're saying that, you know what, human production is better when humans are in a state of hunger. You can get more out of them, especially when you need manual labor. when there's a need for manual labor. And then in the article they were talking about slaves. Okay, so this is the new, what they call it, the new industrial technocratic slavery. This is the new global technological slavery that they're implementing, and it's going to start at the fall of these governments. All these currencies are collapsing. That currency collapse is going to lead to global famine, like what we're seeing already. It's also going to be an energy crisis. Then they're going to have reform, and the reform is going to be worse than what it was in the beginning. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's important that we get everything, set up. Hey, Anthony McMullen said Soylent Green plant up in smoke. Exactly. Yeah, man. For those that haven't watched that movie, Soylent Green, you got to check that out. But I've been flapping my gums a long time. I appreciate it. I'm gonna give the floor and yield, and I appreciate it.
Please like and share the video, family. Please like and share the video.
DeBar, you was just going in. You wasn't. You was going in providing some real good information. You took a lot of stuff that I was gonna bring out, so you were thorough.
Yeah, most of the stuff I was gonna bring out, he had already brought it out, so it's all good. Ain't no problem.
Hey, God. All praise to the Most High.
He was in the spirit. The job got done,
Oh, most definitely. Yes, he was very thorough.
Yeah, you went through it. It's all good. You wanted to bring out something that?
Well, only thing I can say is that families is very important that we prepare. Let's get they're not even just for the severe things. They're saying that we could be possibly heading into a depression. So we have that against us. So how are we gonna worry about our jobs and finances, and so that is another aspect of things that we need to think about as well. It's a possible recession or depression that we're coming into. So we got a lot on our plate that we all have to worry about and prepare for. So let's just let's get to prepping. Let's get our stockpiles up. Let's get in better shape. Let's work out. Let's all commune with each other. Let's start to a lot of us are not, we're pretty much alone. And so if you have anybody, you may want to start connecting with people that are within your city, and start trying to communicate, start develop relationships with. So, it's like, hey, if something pops off, let's meet here. If you have to leave out your homes, just things like that. So, we all have to try to link up with one another and start relationships, building relationships with like-minded individuals. And, so that's something that I myself want to start working on as well. So, but that's about it.
All right. Well, I'm gonna play this last video. It's like 4 minutes. Then I'm gonna drop the link, and we can have a half an hour dialogue if anybody want to come on, and then we're gonna call it. We're not gonna make this live stream real long. We just wanted to warn the people. Y'all can give y'all thoughts, but to keep everybody motivated on going out, getting what they need. Once again, make sure you get some painters plastic for your windows, just in case you do have to be here and it fall out. Get some duct tape and invest in some of the what is it called one more time, the bar for the people for the radiation poison?
Potassium Iodine. Check it out on Amazon, eBay. You can get it right now while it's cheap. But listen, when this nuclear conflict start, them prices going to triple or quadruple. So get it now while it's cheap.
Yep, I'm going to order mine as soon as we done this live show. I'm ordering some of that stuff. So I'm going to play this video real quick.
Salute. How you doing? My name is Derek Williams. Yesterday I did a video regarding some people that I ran with on YouTube who unfortunately have essentially been injured by the infusion. And my heart goes out to them. And we have this thing that I was talking about called SADS, where you're having people just drop dead for no apparent reason. Well, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm sure many of y'all have noticed when you go to the store and you're starting to see what used to be fully stocked shelves now being essentially empty. Well, it's going to get worse. The title of this presentation will be called The Coming Famine. And I'm just one man in the comment section on YouTube. As you know, food prices have went up, everything is skyrocketed, but you also saw these food processing plants just inexplicably blow up. And you may have heard a few weeks ago, maybe 100 head of cattle just seemingly just drop dead out of nowhere. This is putting a strain on the food supply. And typically what happens, this has a ripple effect across the globe. So goes America, so goes the rest of the world. So if America is starving, the third world or countries that are considered third world will surely die. Now myself, I have been, and the white boys don't look so crazy now. The ones that y'all be calling preppers, they don't look so crazy now. I've been storing food since 2015. I have me a storage unit here in Philadelphia where I would never disclose, and only myself and my daughter and her mother knows about it, all right? And it's important to know that if you don't store food, surely you will become an animal yourself. Why? Because you're hungry. And hungry people are dangerous people. And so my word of advice to you, you can do Heaven's Harvest or My Patriot Supply. There are very reputable companies out there that will provide storable food at what today would look like a fortune will look cheap in about a year. And it's my strong suggestion that you start getting storable food. For those of you who eat potted meat or Vienna sausage, anything, you stock up on all this stuff. Your food stuffs, bread and things like that, water, because it's going to get worse. And it's funny how when you talk about these things, people dismiss it and call you crazy and stuff. Well, that's the same thing that happened with the vaccine. No one wanted to talk or even say the word vaccine. Well, now because of all the injuries and things like that are going on, after these things have been rolled out, again, they're supposed to be safe and effective, but we're having so many problems post-infusion. But now people are listening because people are seeing what they see regarding these injuries. And I'm here to tell you, it's going to be the exact same thing with the food. Please, except for my enemies that are on YouTube, I want y'all to starve. But for the rest of you all, do yourself a favor and get you some storable food. I've been stocking up for 7 years, man. We don't know, but I always say better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. All y'all take care. Greenville, Mississippi till I die. Salute. Salute. How y'all doing? My name
I think that was a good video. Hold on. There we go. Yeah,
that was a good video. And let me say this: he was talking about SADS, sudden adult death syndrome. That is attributed to those who took the poison. Okay, that right there is attributed to those who took the poison. Y'all know what I mean by that. All right. So yeah, people are dropping dead. Okay. So while people are dropping dead, there's a famine coming in. That's going to get rid of a lot. There's a war that's going to drop a lot. That's why they had those Georgia Guidestones, because remember, when we read the scriptures, it talks about through death, famine, and war, the Most High is going to spare us. But we must keep the commandments and the faith of Ha Mashayach Yahawashi, man. We must take our righteousness to the next level, because this thing is going to touch us all. And if it be not the grace of the Most High, man, many of us going to get purged up out of here, man. So it's only because of the grace of Ha Mashayach Yahawashi, man, that we still here. But I want to say shout out to my brother Shah Yahawada, and I'm gonna let somebody else have the floor.
Yeah. So we gotta prepare, family. That was a lot of information we brought out for y'all. So let's give some praise to that brother DeBar. He did a good job narrating it and breaking it down for us. But it was a lot of good information. So
great information.
So Shalom, Shah Yahweh, Most High bless out.
Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahawashi. Peace and grace, Queen Naftali, Debar Gabar, Brother Sharsham. Shalom, family. It's just being prepared, having the pantry, having the life straw, understanding that self-sufficiency is going to be imperative in these coming times. You know how the scriptures talk about the Lord required that of old. We're gonna have to go back to doing some things we used to do in the ancient world, and it's a very serious thing. Where I'm at, so to say, I'm looking at the natural resources that are around me, seeing if I had to go somewhere other than a grocery store to get food, where I can get food. So, being prepared is imperative. I don't want to be long-winded, but prepping, having a pantry, you know what I'm saying? Having everything you need to be ready for a nuclear bomb going off, or ain't no more food in the grocery stores, because, we rocking with biblical prophecy, as the biblical Jews, which means we see what's going on in the world and we're not shocked by it because we've seen it spoken of before in the writings of our ancestors.
God.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm not shocked on what's going on, but I think I'm more muffled by seeing it, and it's like this shit is really happening, and witnessing it. That's how it taking effect on me. Like, we read about it, I believed it fully, but it's like, damn, I'm really alive and I'm seeing this shit happen, and it's really happening. And to see it really happening, what makes me so baffled about it the most is that we see our people that sleep and they not even woke and unaware and thinking that life is just normal. And we had the Great Depression and many other things in life, and they thinking that everything just going to be okay, and you trying to tell them everything ain't going to be okay. It's more to this than a Great Depression time, and all went on in the past history. Like, this is bigger than that now. This shit is serious. So,
absolutely, King. I feel the same way. Like, I've read about this. I even worked at certain high-profile government positions where I read about this, and to wake up in this time period today, or to be in this time period today, and to see that the things that I've read about, studied about, even did drills on, to see that this is coming to pass right now in this time, boy, it's surreal. I get chill bumps, because now I go from theory to practice. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm actually in a position now where I have to apply what I've learned. And, again, not to be redundant or scare anybody or wear this subject out and beat a dead horse, But think wherever you are, think about your ability to be agriculturally independent. Okay, for me, because I'm on the East Coast in a population dense area, I got to bring this book out called Strategic Relocation too. We got to talk about this by Joel Skousen. He was a former NSA director. Okay, this dude he's legit. You could definitely research him. But he talks about the best places to be, and it's inland near the breadbasket, near places like like Indiana, Utah, places in the Midwest, right? Where they're very low in terms of population density, and there's nothing but field and farmland, right? So those are some things we want to keep in mind, but I'm gonna go ahead and chill for a second, say salute and shalom to the elder Don P, Uncle Don P in the building. Shalom, King. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Shalom, nephew. Boy, y'all been bringing it out. And the crazy thing is, this is all I've been hearing all day. The video you showed, New York, I've seen that 3 times today. It is a wonderfully frightening time to be alive. Like you said, nephew, I've read about it over the years, but I never thought I'd see it in my day. And one of the scriptures that was really being brought out today was, things have been as they always have been since the fathers have gone to sleep. Where is his coming? Man. And this thing is going to hit quick. The thing is going to hit quick because he said it's going to come. It's going to be like a thief in the night. The terror is going to come up on you so quick you ain't going to know what to do. And I was talking to my doctor today, and I said, I think, Putin's he's a kind of a symbolic individual. He likes symbolism and shit. You guys know they're running them drills, the 10 nations down in, they're going to be running them down in, I believe, in South America and in the West Indies.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know about that?
No, I didn't hear about that.
Oh, these military exercises. 10 nations. Russia, the leading one, the leader of it, which is the nation from the north. You got China. You got India. You got Venezuela. You got Nicaragua. Of course, you got Cuba. And then you got some other West Indies nations as well, beside what they got, back there on their end, on the east end. And so they're going to be running these drills in August down there. Well, we know running a drill is just code for we're bringing in all type of military equipment so that if we have to launch an offensive, we're already there. We're already on the ground.
Don P?
Huh?
Are you going down there to help them?
Yeah, man, I got my tool set, everything, man. Got my wrenches, got my pressure ratchets and everything, man. I'm gonna go help them build it out.
Hey, Salakia, beloved brothers and sisters. Salakia, I just wanted to say something because I seen something in the chat. Like you Africans, I mean, Jacob would be an African when you look at the geographical location of Israel, even according to the Bible. So we are Shemitic Africans. I'm not ashamed to say I'm an African. I just don't believe I'm a Hamite. But
exactly.
Africans are Shemitic too. So I was an African before everything. Adam is an African. Eve is an African. So I'm not of the school of thought that I'm not an African. Number one, whoever that is in the chat talking reckless. But y'all could go ahead.
Nephew, you brought out a book. I'm trying to remember the author's name, and I was just getting schooled on that today.
I'll take that challenge. That's
That author is deep. That author is deep. The one that you mentioned, his last name starts with a P.
Hold on, Don P. Dex Robes, you're welcome to come on the show.
We are Shemitic Africans, for sure.
Hold on a second, y'all. Dex Robes, you're welcome to come on the show. Myself, the bar, Shah, Yahweh, and Don P going to be quiet. We're going to let you deal with Naphtali right now. We'll let y'all two go head to head. And I'll put 10,000 on Naphtali right now. And I got it. I'll put 10,000 on Naphtali that you're going to lose. So come on the show. You don't come on, I'm going to tell them block you. Y'all don't block them. Don't block the comments. Come on the show. I'll do you a solid. You ain't even got to show your face. Just come on the show and prove your case. We're going to give you what? 5 minutes. What time it is, y'all? It's 12:24. Have your ass on the show by 12:30.
Yep.
No,
he just running. He gonna run.
Listen, you don't have your ass on the show by 12:30. Block him. So we can finish dialoguing, y'all. Don't have your ass on in this back chat by 12:30. You see that StreamYard link. Don't have your ass on the show by 12:30. Block him, y'all. Now you make the decision.
Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Okay, well, you know what, brother? Dex Robles, come on up here. It got nothing to do with gender. It's just information right now.
Exactly.
Battle of the minds, not battle of the sexes.
If you can talk all that in the chat, talk it on the live.
You don't want the cauliflower ear.
Hey, what's his name? I also agree to yield the floor to him and not say nothing, so him and the sister can debate too. Yep, run that smoke.
Gonna say anything on here. It's gonna be between you and Naphtali. We're gonna let y'all go right at it. This might be the first time you ever got your ass whooped by a woman, but it will be hilarious. I'll tell you that.
It's quiet right now. Quiet storm.
All right, I just have one question for whoever that is in the chat. Are you called Niger like Barnabas and Simeon?
You know the answer to that. Hell no.
Are you called black like Solomon and No, you can't add to the Bible. So are you called black and nigga like Jacob in the Bible? Enough with these games, man. That's all Jacob is called in the scripture, Doc.
That's right.
It describes him with only 2 words. You could prove that Ham is black actually with the Israelites description. What are y'all talking about, man?
Hey, brother, but watch this. They get so butthurt, and it's like, look, don't kill the messenger. Just consider the information and deal with it. You know what I'm saying? We bringing out intellectual sources. We showing you through historical references. I mean, we got historical classes right now. I mean, I brought out 10 books. Queen Naphtali be going, she be skipping through times like a time traveler, just killing it. You know, even Don P, Sharsham, man, listen, everybody brought out so much scholarly information, well researched, well supported in the academia community. So it's like, listen, if all you're gonna do is be a terror in the chat, then save yourself some time, save your fingers some time, and just go ahead and log off this channel, man. You know what I'm saying?
But before you go, Ben Israel, El Swarthy, La Swarthy, Jesus Moreno, for sure.
Moreno, huh?
The Israelites are black men and black women, and Jesus is black, the king of niggas for a fact, coming back to whoop everybody else who put their hands on niggas. Shalom.
That's right.
Come on, Dex. Come on live. I want to see you go face to face with the queen. You know,
he ain't got no heart.
Man.
You know what it is, Ark? They don't like when I speak Spanish on the channel. Yeah. So Speedy Gonzalez and them, they butthurt at that. Let me tell you something. Mexicans, black people name Spain the name Spain. What the hell are y'all really talking about?
Nehemiah, I mean, I'm sure I was laughing because I didn't know what the fuck you was saying. It was just funny that you was saying it though. Like,
yeah, they don't like that. I say it with that accent like that too.
Shot.
But they've been talking a lot of shit, calling niggas Canaanites, and you know they've been popping off. And that one Mexican, what's his name? Northern Kingdom Prophet. The Mexicans, the Native Americans of Mongoloid descent, had humbled the shit out of that boy and told that boy straight up, "We are not Hebrews at all."
Hey, you know what? Never mind, Dex. You know what? I think we're gonna have to make a whole show on that whole Guerrilla Hebrew thing. What you think, sis? Well, we should talk about that on here too with that video. You think we should just do a whole show on it?
On what?
About that video with the DNA video.
I must have missed that video. Y'all share the video?
Yeah, post it in the back chat. All right, we'll
Oh yeah. I gotta watch it. I'm gonna watch it right now. I'm gonna watch it right now.
I think we should. Maybe we should just do a whole show on that. We'll talk about it on a whole show. That.
Okay,
Maybe.
I'm about to look at it right now.
All right. Yeah, we'll say that for a show. I'll set that up later. Maybe tomorrow or something. We might. Depend.
I seen another Mexican reading out of the book of Hosea and said, I can't blend in with nobody in Ethiopia. I'm not no Israelite. Like, he was real humble about it, too.
Yes,
yeah, they acting. See, y'all mad because Christ is El Moreno. That's what this shit is all about. And see, I remember I told a Mexican lady that Mary was a Negro woman in the Bible. You should have seen her face, everything, mouth. She was disgusted with the idea. They not our people, man. That's jokes.
I'm trying to figure out who is these people behind Angela Rose. Make sure y'all delete that Dex Rose, block the Dex Rose guy. So Dex Rose, Angela Rose, like who is these people that's constantly making these YouTubes with these names? And
hey man, Ben Israel El Swarthy, yeah.
That's crazy, yo. Like y'all really got time on your hands to keep making YouTubes over and over again just to come back in the chat every show to talk shit. I mean,
I'm gonna stop antagonizing them. I'm gonna stop antagonizing.
That's what happens when you. Hey, nephew DeBar. This is what happens when you've got a G rating. When you've got a G scale. This is what you get to do.
This is all DeBar's fault. You got these people keep coming in here. God damn! What you doing?
They like.
Okay, I just looked at the video. I just looked at it.
They're like, we know him. We worked with him.
What you think about it?
Hey,
man,
you think we should do a
when
whole
Garfield goes against Guerrilla Hebrew, I'm for Garfield, man.
No, that is very. Happened. That was a debate.
I know, and I'm so happy that he brought that out because that's very important. That marker. Yeah, we gotta definitely talk about that.
I don't know about that King James shit though. That's something else. But we'll do a whole show on it then.
You said King James? I was rushing.
Yeah, that King James. I
don't know about that.
I guess I didn't watch the whole. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't believe that part. But hey, let me take a page out of my man Shar Yahawash's book real quick. So Los Israelitas son negros. Los Israelitos son negros.
Look, DeBar, I'm telling you. Don't speak Spanish. I'm telling you, there are some Mexicans that literally hate the fact that black people can speak Spanish. I'm telling you, I've encountered them before in my life. It really works their nerves when you speak Spanish.
It really does.
But I gotta be honest. It's some Mexican people that love the fact that black people can speak Spanish. I have met some of them that love the fact that we can speak Spanish too, just to be honest. But I've met a lot that they'll turn their face up and everything if they hear you can speak Spanish.
I don't know who won the debate. I didn't see it, but
Sonetta was saying that Sonetta was saying that Gorilla won the debate.
Oh, when he said that?
I think he was saying the reason why he felt like he won is because a lot of Israelites showed up for Elazar. So he didn't really give a lot of information as to was Garfield's information more compelling in the debate, you feel me, or was Elazar's information more compelling in the debate? I couldn't really. He didn't mention that too much. He just said he felt like Gorilla won
because people showed up.
I think that's all he really gave. Sonetta, if I'm misspeaking for you, brother, Salaka, I apologize, but he was talking about how brothers didn't show up to support I guess Garfield. But it was a lot of brews that showed up for Elazar.
Let me say this real quick. Just because you have a fan club, you know what I'm saying, that don't really determine whether you won intellectually the debate or not. It's all about the information you bring in, how scholastically mature the academia is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna just say it like this, man. Garfield pulled a trump card. He pulled the highest fade. This man attacked his DNA and his genealogy, man.
It's so bad. Listen, it's so bad now. Hebrews called QANATH and said, we apologize. You was right about Gorilla Hebrew. He ain't no Israelite. That's how bad it is. When they was getting on QANATH.
Wow.
Now, we got a problem. Because all you Negroes who was talking crap about F.O.P.E, and we told you there's a lot of heathens amongst us and sojourners. Now y'all want to start looking like, wait a minute, these people aren't Israelites who claiming to be Israel.
You seen the debate, Sharsham?
I didn't see the debate, but people called, and that's how we got the video, and I was shocked.
Wow.
I looked at the video. Oh wow, I didn't know this was said in the debate. He said that he says that he has an aura marker in his DNA, which goes back to European Edomites.
Hey, look.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to throw this at you. You know, the Sunday Christian pastor is often charismatic, but he is dead wrong with everything he's preaching on, okay? That's Gorilla Hebrew, okay? You can be charismatic all you want. You can have your fan club all you want. Is the information you're presenting, is it scholastically accurate? Is it mature? Meaning we could go check your sources. On Sonnetter, they say source up. So is this scholastically mature? You know what I'm saying?
Gabar, in all honesty, I got to go back and look at it and see.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to do a classic.
But we gonna have an open discussion about it, because like I said, the more this thing speed up, the more information come out. And we also going to be talking about another topic. I don't think I want to mention it now, but this is going to come out. It's going to be a shocker to a lot of y'all about open discussion and some information that all of us going to bring out. Myself, the bar, Elder QANATH, and Naphtali, that y'all may be privy to, but all people who follow us, it's not privy to. But we wanna drop a bomb on y'all ass. So I'm telling y'all better be ready for it.
God.
Because I know this got to be during the end, because the more shit we go over, the more stuff we bring out, it's like it got to be spoken of. Like we can't run from it or can't be biased with the information. It got to be presented to the people. So I've ever presented to y'all and let y'all decide whether you think is right or not. You know what I mean? But I'm going off what the scripture says. So
you can never go wrong that way.
Let me say this real quick too. So Don Yehuda and myself, we brought this out. You know what I'm saying? We brought this out before about cranioscience. When you look up, the Negroes have a specific, unique skull. Okay. And when you look up and you look at Yep, dolichocephalic, exactly. So when you look up the skull fragments of Negroes and compare it to the skull fragment of Adonis, this dude don't have a dolichocephalic skull. So this is how you know already this brother ain't an Israelite, okay?
He got the Israelites. I've seen him in person, man. His head is so big. It's like, like when the head boxing shit, when the head real big. That's why I was like, if a nigga was boxing him, boy, you couldn't miss that dome. Like his head is big. Like you see his cranium, he got a big head.
He do. He don't have a Negro skull, y'all. So we could cut this guy up so many ways scientifically with the physiology of the Israelites. Okay, we could hit him with his DNA.
Hey man, you say he's not as swarthy?
No.
No. He's not as swarthy, man. Oh man.
No, we've been saying it for some years, bro. Like a lot of people in the community who y'all think Israel or who they try to say Israel, they're not Israelites. Like Cockroach. He's not an Israelite, man. He a Gentile.
What is his father or his mother?
I seen his father. His father looked like a Mexican or something like that. We got pictures.
He don't look like a Latino, like an Afro Latino.
No.
See, that ain't it, brother. It's the Afro Latinos. See, you gotta fit the description and the prophecy. You know, you can't get around that. You can't. You gotta fit the description and the prophecy. If it's a tribe of Issachar in fucking Mexico, it got to be them black ass Afro Mexicans, man. This shit is crazy.
But Trying to Vengeance said he looked like Paul Heyman. You know Paul Heyman from wrestling.
Talking about Mexicans or the tribe of Issachar. Are you talking about the Afro Mexicans? I can believe that.
Hey, but they skip
But
right
they're not
past
talking
it.
about the Afro Mexicans.
Yeah, they skip right past it. They got El Yanga. Nobody talks about El Yanga at all.
Oh, he's a nigga. And that's why I said,
total.
and they knew he was from the tribe of Issachar. And that's why I said, well, he knew he was from the tribe of Issachar. Then what the hell happened? How did they all change and look like them? But whenever you speak about Jasper Yoxer, they saying him that the black war hero that came out of Africa from the tribe of Issachar, boy, they turn their heads down when it comes to him.
Yo, the chat is going on.
I asked, what's that dude name that used to come on here all the time and talk shit to us? The one that pulled the plug. You know what I'm talking about now? God damn, what was his name? We got tired of his ass. Job Issachar. I asked Job Issachar about that. He couldn't give an explanation.
What's the other boy name? I can't call him the House of David. I can't do it. I call him the so-called House of David, the little Mexican that say he Old Testament something.
Oh, Yahweh only. Yahweh only.
Yeah. So little Poquito, I call him Poquito, and he started crying when I was on Judah Nazareth's page. I was on his helmet, something crucial.
Yeah.
And you know how you could tell they know they not the people. When I was like, man, the 12 tribes of Israel are all Negroes. You know what he said? He said, see, they're trying to leave us out.
He was hurt. He was hurt. He was crying, yo. He said he's trying to leave us out. Like, nigga, listen, it ain't nobody trying to leave y'all out, nigga. Y'all was never in from the beginning. The fuck you talking about? The thing is, y'all trying to leave the people out who really in, and that ain't gonna happen.
Yep.
Exactly. And they want to call somebody a Canaanite, and it's them. And I challenge anybody who wants to debate me on that.
You know they run a system. They don't want to lose to.
But how can they be the Israelites if the Israelites resemble the Canaanites and the Egyptians and the Ethiopians, the Cushitic ones, right? Like it's like y'all being Israel is just absolutely not even possible. Like, what are you doing?
Hey, the chat is funny as hell, man. Warrior of Yahweh. He looked like Bubba Sparks.
Hey, man, Mexicans are not Israelites. Not the Mongoloid looking ones. Hell no, them ain't our people.
So what we're gonna do, y'all, we're actually gonna have an open discussion about this. Is Gorilla Hebrew an Israelite now? And we're gonna use that clip. I think it's very important. We're gonna use that clip. And actually, other brothers actually want to come on now and talk about it, which I think we should. It's funny. Let them come on. Let's hear their opinion, you know. But I am going to ask, hey, remember, y'all criticized us. Y'all got mad when we told y'all he was not the high priest of Israel. He ain't the chief high priest. Remember, they say, leave Chief Ephraim alone. Chief Ephraim, he not an Israelite. Gorilla Hebrew not an Israelite. Saw not a whole bunch of them people. They're not Israel. They pose us. Chief Ephraim father, obviously, we showed y'all a picture of his daddy. He looked like someone from off of goddamn Bronx Tale, the Guidos, the Italian job. Them. That man ain't no fucking Israelite. It's just facts. You gotta live with the truth.
Hey, but he definitely profited off of it, man. He got two nice blinged out chains that Israel got him. You know what I'm saying? Them Negroes paying his bills with them
That's
arms.
how they look, got no job, no career, don't work nowhere. That's how they do, man. They find a hustle, and they get just like who that guy named DJ Ballard, the George guy, making all that money off people in hip hop. Ain't no different, man. They infiltrate, man. What they call them? Culture vultures. That's why I tell everybody, y'all don't believe me. I was deep in One West. That One West community has been infiltrated by COINTELPRO.
Yep.
It would never be this way. Years ago, shit wouldn't be allowed, man. The elders got so lax and letting these niggas do whatever they want. They made Israelite congregations hip hop bad. That's why these niggas wearing jeans, bulletproof vests, all types of hats and gang symbolism in their hats and their culture and their clothes and shit. Israel had uniformity. That shit would have never been allowed by the elders. You wouldn't be out there on the street corners teaching with a fitted hat on and you looking like you in a fucking rap video with chains on and everybody wearing chains. And come on, man, that's not Israel. We do shit like that, but not like that. And we supposed to be militant. The militant part's been taken out of Israel, man. Israel been trodden down and made weak. And hey, this is a hip hop fad thing. And oh, go get a bulletproof vest and we got an AR-15. Everybody gonna like you standing out there like they know what they're doing. It's pathetic. That's what the nation has came to. No more order, none of that. And the corruption of the other elders who came up because they wanted a name for themselves and getting all these damn women and having all these multiple women sleeping with all these women. That's what happened. And that's why Israel, the real one west of Israel, has fallen the way it has. Because I mean, they entered into into Israel. And like I said, any other black organization, what they do, they bring them down. That's pretty much how One West looking right now.
Hey, that's funny. Yeah, he did make it rain on. Well, I ain't gonna say he made it rain, but he was up in the club and they had a bunch of ones out there, and we brought that out too.
Yeah, I seen Hassan's father. I seen a picture of Hassan's father, but his mother's still an Edomite. And then the fact that he lied and say that, you know, like I said, you know how they all just get caught up. They can't be honest. He got caught on a video by an Edomite. And she said you got white blood in him. He said, I ain't got no white blood in him, but your mother white. So you got white blood in you, nigga. Not lying.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
See, Mary not being your mother is a problem. The so-called black woman. Jake, that's the problem.
But guess what, Kenny? They hate black women. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Them
they
brothers
sure do hate the daughter of God. I have to agree with you on that. I certainly feel like they do that. They do hate Eve, something crucial. It's like a perpetual hate they got for her.
Yeah.
Right. So for the record, I just want to say this. Eve is above all nations upon the face of the earth, and all the nations gonna bow down to her in the kingdom. Straight up. Mexican women, all them is if you're not Eve when it's all said and done, that's your ass. Go ahead, brothers and sisters.
Hey, so hold on. Somebody brought something out. They said, did you see the apologist run down on IUIC? No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Anybody know about that?
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah. TCA did a video. And they ran up on him. They ran up on him and gave him the business. It was dyslexic, but they ran up on him and gave him the business.
What? So what happened? Like in that video, like the brothers in IUIC couldn't defend the faith, or what happened?
They really couldn't defend their position, and they were out on the street corner when the Christian apologists ran up on them, and they just they just hit them.
And see, teaching that Mexicans and Native Americans are Israelites, you already lost because you're telling a lie off top.
Exactly.
Come on, man.
Hey, Sebrano Jura, tío, habla un poquito español, to conversational, anch'io, parlo italiano.
I don't know what the hell you.
So they hate that. They hate exactly. They hate that shit. When you can speak other languages, they hate it and they love it because they know they ain't that versed in English.
Mexican
but when
people.
You can speak their language.
It was niggas who named Spain, the Jews of Iberia, if I'm not mistaken. Come on, y'all. Don't do that. Do you know King Arthur is a nigga?
Hey,
what are y'all talking about, man?
Hey, I'm gonna say this last comment though. That dude, Alex Rodriguez, whatever his name was, Rubles, Dex, yo, he and salsa the hell out of here. He didn't want no smoke with Queen. He ain't want no smoke with Queen Naphtali.
Yeah.
Made a run for the border,
huh? He said, "Yo, get up Taco Bell. I'm out."
Yo quiero.
He didn't want to sit on that Hebrew Israelite hot seat.
No.
Well, family, we gonna call it. I'm tired now. Man, I've been going live a lot. I think I need to take a day off. Let my body recover. Oh man, a lot of good information came on, family. I just want to tell y'all to keep prepping. I think we got about maybe 9 good months until the harvest, and then after that, Nightmare on Elm Street. So all y'all, it's funny now. Until them hunger pains hit your stomach, I just want y'all ass to remember this video. When we
You're gonna have nightmare on your street. The hell with Elm Street. You're gonna have nightmare on your street.
Yeah, because I ain't worried about it. My family gonna eat. I'm stocking as long as I get money and I can go do it. The stores are still open. I'm stocking up. Get your food, your water, your rice, your oatmeal, everything you need.
Hey, you know, I just got to worry about Don P over here. I ain't got family to worry about and all that stuff. So, y'all better listen to Sharsham, man. Sharsham done came around. Y'all better listen to Sharsham. He done got the ghost. He done got the ghost.
I came around a
And
long
like,
you know, I'm old, man, so it takes me time to think about and plan my shit out first. I just don't jump on board with everything like that. That's just how
I hear you.
I'm that guy. So anyway, y'all got any last comments or thoughts before we close it out?
I just wanted to say that back up my brother Sharsham with the videos he's done consecutively in the last couple of days. You've been 3 days straight, right, Ark?
Something like maybe 4. I don't know.
Right. I just wanted to say, Israel, be prepared. Look at what the definition of prepared says and means. Be that. Shalom.
I just want to say, yeah, guys, this was a great build. The bar brought out some fabulous information. Sharsham been going in all week. And, you know, they really care about you guys. We care about you guys. And we just want to see our people, you know, we don't want to see us suffer more than what we have to. My first thing is always to see if you can get out of this place. This place is doomed. You'll be amazed that the amount of money is not that much that you require, that you need to get out. And but it's before then, please continue to prep, continue to stock your pantries up, and make sure we keep the Most High in our prayers. You know what I'm saying? So I say good night to you all and shalom.
Hey, shalom. I just want to say all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahawashi. And shout out to the panel. Shout out to Elder QANATH, Sharsham, Elder Don P, Queen Naphtali, Shar Yahawada. And listen, real quick, I want y'all to do me a favor. Tomorrow we're gonna be on Naphtali's platform. You know what I'm saying? We got a great discussion. We're gonna blow her channel up. Everybody that's listening.
I'm sorry,
What happened?
I wasn't even gonna say nothing because Sharsham said he was tired.
No, I'm laughing at this goddamn.
Who you laughing at?
Oh my god, this shit is so funny though. I couldn't help it. Oh man, I'm sorry. I was just laughing at that. Like, these people, boy, I tell you.
Oh my goodness, I thought he was blocked.
Hey, man, the Israel is swarthy, stupido.
Hey.
Boy, they know their ham. That's what's ham.
Yeah, they talking heavy.
They say some shit, boy. I don't know. He just started.
Barnabas and Simeon no called the Pedro, sir. They're not called Jose.
Oh Oh God.
Mexicans? What are you talking about? The Israelites are not called Mexican in the Bible. I repeat, the Israelites are not called Mexican in the Bible.
Yo,
Now get your ass out of here.
Let me say this real fast, right?
I don't even see him.
Y'all notice the more we do these shows, and the more the shit get crazier, and the more the shit go down to the pipe, the more crazier these people get. they be posting some wild shit now, yo. Like this shit is unbelievable. Like I don't see this kind of shit on other people's chats.
If you are not called Swarthy, you are not Israel.
Oh God.
Look, little Tamale, little Hot Pocket, they upset because they not Moreno. They're not Israelitos. So the kingdom ain't for them. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is, man.
Well, I gotta ask y'all this. How would you feel if you were sold a bill of goods and you done made all kind of investments in it over all these years, and now your identity is gone?
It ain't
your identity. I understand, nephew. I understand, but I'm trying to be an adjective. I got my little gold. I love the gold. Y'all know about the gold?
I don't know about that one, Uncle.
Yeah, that's what what's his name? I forget how many people he killed with the gold. It's in the Old Testament. He was knocking their asses out with the gold. I forget how many people he called. It's like one sentence that just mentions him in the Mighty Men, and how many people he killed with a gold. A gold is a bone.
Oh, you talking about Samson when he killed him with the bone of the
No,
ass?
it wasn't Samson. No, it wasn't Samson. It was a lesser known. But at any rate, I'm just bringing that out. It's like they don't like it, man. They don't like it.
So-called Mexican people, you don't fit the Russian icons. You don't look like none of the black images from Europe and Portugal and Spain and France. You don't look like none of the images of the actual biblical Jews. This is y'all suffering from some type of illness or something mentally. You don't fit the description at all.
Yeah, it's called pseudo I want your identity complex.
And I mean, Israel looks like Ham in the Bible. They have almost an identical phenotype.
Exactly.
It was just funny though the way you took the rap song and remixed it like that. That shit was hilarious. Because it's funny.
The Assyrian slab. What is that? The Assyrian slab with the niggas who got the dreads?
What?
What is that? Is it called the Assyrian slab where it showed the Israelites in captivity under the Assyrians looking like straight Negroes?
Yeah, we already showed all of this.
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me pull it
Oh,
up.
that's the other thing. The scripts always talk about locks. We got locks.
But it calls Israel black like 100 different ways.
You niggas, wait.
On top of the dreadlocks.
They got fur. Like monkeys. We got locks. They got fur. We have hair, which is locks.
I mean, how could Mexicans being Israelites be a plausible conclusion? This is a sincere question I'm asking right now. How is that plausible?
Because a slight tinge of melanin and borrowing from the people that they put down in the land that they enslaved, they're still in their identities just like, these folks have stole ours. And that's really what it is.
So-called Mexican people, you don't look like any of the archaeological evidence. I mean, just the images. I'm gonna land the plane as Elder Don would say, man. But to me, it's a dumb argument to me, just because it's like you could read the Bible to a 5-year-old who hasn't been brainwashed and say, "What color are the Israelites?" They're gonna say black and nigger.
This is all I'm gonna say, y'all. Listen, let me just say this real quick. Tell little Tamale, tell little Hot Pocket, have our nachos ready in the kingdom, man. We want our nachos with cheese. Put some salsa on it.
And you
And
can't
we'll
put
have
no pork in my nachos, boy.
Is that's all you want, man? I'm talking about. I need carne asada with the salad. I need my sliced
Yeah.
avocados with my pico de gallo and my crema. Oh yeah,
You
I need it
guys
all.
are descendants of the
I need it
conquistadors
all.
that put
and
black people in
don't forget
slavery. He that
guacamole.
leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. Yep. A lot of them Latinos descend from people who owned us as slaves.
Okay.
You gonna start orientation in the kingdom? Are we gonna put fire on your ass from out of our eyes or some shit?
You know,
Hey, return to
we don't want
vengeance.
to be too boastful because all of our authority is going to stem from
Hey,
Yahushua Mashiach,
cockroach dad right there.
our general in chief, our king.
You
So
said that's his dad.
it's going to be about
Yeah, that's cockroach
That
right
is,
there. That was cockroach, and that's his dad.
oh, okay.
Look how
his
big.
Now
dad
look,
don't look like us.
You see how big his ears is? Like he got antennas on the side of his ears.
Yeah,
It look
his
it
dad
looks
hey,
don't look
look.
like
like us.
it
Now
looks
look
like
at their
Antipater the
skull.
Idumean and Alexander and them and shit. They look
Yeah,
Look
like
at their
Edomites.
he might have some fifth generation Negro in him.
This cockroach right here. I guess this might be his brother. These ain't no fucking Israelites.
Yeah, they're not
Look,
Negroes.
There's some
look at
straight
his
up
skull though.
Gentiles.
Look,
Hold
he
on,
look
y'all.
like he's an MS-13 or something, or Lost
Right.
Century.
Yeah, for real, for real.
They from Puerto Rico, right? Up.
I don't know.
Hey, look at this, y'all. None of them, if you look at their skull, right? They don't have a dociocephalic skull.
Nope.
Katazak, no disrespect, but they don't look like Barnabas and Simeon called nigga in the Bible. I can't accept that.
Not no
Hello.
disrespect. Fuck cockroach. He ain't no Israelite. He shouldn't even have a Hebrew name. Look at this nigga. ISUPK talking about he Israel.
Straight white.
Hey, my man looked like Antipater the Idumean.
They say
For real, for real.
He looks like an Edomite from Edom.
Look at this guy.
He looked like one of them. He looked like one of them Mohammedans.
See, if they
He looked like he could
descend
be a
from
knockoff of Mohammedan.
if they descend from the Spanish conquistadors, then they would have to be Edomites. For those who subscribe to the so-called white man being Esau.
What tribe this nigga in? What tribe he from?
He's not called nigga and black like Jacob, so I wouldn't know. Sure, we don't know this. We don't know him.
He's from wannabe Yashrael.
What tribe
That's
he
the tribe he's from. Wannabe.
Vanilla ice right there, y'all.
Wannabe Yashrael.
Undertaker. Look at this nigga. The Undertaker. Look at this nigga. Hold on. Shit. What the fuck going on?
See, I'm gonna sound like Redawo right now. They not Negroes.
Look at this nigga.
Yeah, they're not Negroes.
Steven Seagal.
Yeah,
All these
this is
fools
not a
is claiming
Shemitic Negro.
Yashrael. All these fools are claiming Yashrael.
And marrying black women, yeah.
You know, like I said the other night, they all gonna get theirs because the Most High said, "One, you're liars." Yahusha said, "Y'all liars, and you're blasphemers." When you try to steal our identity, you're a liar and a blasphemer, and Yahusha said that. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I'm sorry, I'm laughing at Nehemiah comment. That shit funny. Yeah, man. But I told y'all, man, that you got a lot of people in Israel claiming Israel, they're not Israelites. And that's the problem. Them guys like that. All of them I'm sorry, Star. All them people up in the goddamn community claiming to be Israelites. And they goddamn heathens. Then you got some of them ruling over niggas. Niggas following them around as if they natural branches, and these motherfuckers are branches that was broke off. That wasn't no good. Ain't that a bitch? I got me fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Well, such and such said, I'm like, damn, boy, ain't nothing like a lost nigga. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing like a lost nigga, man. Y'all lost in the sauce out here, man. Y'all just believe anything these people tell you. Because he said I'm an Israelite. Whole family look like a whole nother nation of people. Shit crazy. But anyway, family, we're going to wrap this thing up. So thank y'all for tuning in. You said y'all going to be live again. I'm not telling everybody no. So we coming over there. We're going to be on your channel tomorrow. Sis.
As soon as I was about to talk, I didn't click myself out. Yes. We should be live tomorrow. The topic is going to be, should we stay or should we go? It's not going to be a very, no presentation, nothing like that. It's just a conversation. You can come on the panel. You can share your views. No one's going to be judged. It's just laying out all of the information on as to why people think we should stay here or why people think that we should repatriate away. So I hope you guys tune in. My channel is Neftali ADUIC. Subscribe, check out my content if you haven't, and shalom.
Drop it in the chat, sis. Please come over tomorrow for the live, fam. God damn, man, I'm tired of this. These goddamn.
Sister Naftali, I'm gonna come over there and check you out. But my quick answer is we should definitely get up out of here and watch it fall from with binoculars from somewhere else.
You haven't checked me out yet. You haven't checked me out. No, I'm just playing with you. Yeah, just come on by. Yeah, definitely share your opinion.
But I've been live with you. I came on your panel live when you had God Killer on there. We was talking about evolution.
You sure did. That was a boy. We went in that night, didn't we? That was like I feel like I had worked that whole day. That was like almost an 8-hour live, boy. That was.
I had a basic book that talked about evolution, and then I did some research on Charles Darwin too, and I shared some of it with him. He dealt fairly cordial, even though he did get into it with a couple of the other brews.
I enjoy Ankh. I like Ankh. He is a really decent guy. He's even though we don't agree, he's very he's cool. I like Ankh. I like that, and that's why we was able to go as long as we did because we were just meshing. It was just trying to get. Well, we're never gonna get to the bottom of it, but it was a good build. But yeah, check me out. I know that we probably have a difference in our understanding, but I would like for you to see, step into my world for a second and let me know what you think, because I'm always interested in hearing people's input. And the main reason why I like to hear people's input is because I like to know, try to weigh the information and see like, hey, am I missing something? Or if you're missing something, I can share with you. It's just all about sharing knowledge and gaining more information to build upon it. So that's
with
what
me,
it's
sis,
about.
it was like 7 or 8 months ago. I just started asking random people, "Is America the safest place on earth for Black people?" And they overwhelmingly had to be honest and say no. And I know some of them really didn't want to admit that it wasn't, but they still did. So I knew I was going to try to get out of America at that point.
That was so heavy.
Yeah, that'll be a great talking point right there. You can definitely elaborate more on that right there specifically, because it is not safe here. And the currency is getting weaker. It's a lot of things that are not the pros that they used to be. There is no industrial complex to invest in. There's nothing here. Everything is falling down. The GDP, it's all going down. So I'm interested in hearing why people want to stay, though. I hope we get people on and openly say why they want to and why we need to. That's what I want to hear, because my stance is that we should leave, but I'm open to everybody else.
And not only should we leave, we ain't got every place to go to. We need to go back to the continent, to where the Most High directs us to go to on the continent, because all these other countries, their economies are breaking down. Folks are starving. They not showing this stuff on the news. See, Sri Lanka? No, Sierra Leone.
I was bringing that out earlier.
Yeah, I mean, this stuff is all breaking down. And You know, in these last days, and what's the trip was this. This is why I did want to bring this out. What's the trip was this. Yahusha was talking to the Idumean leaders that was posing as Jews. And he's like, and he was clowning them. I love it because he's very sarcastic, very sarcastic. He was very sarcastic. He said, y'all can determine the weather. You can look at the sky and determine the weather, but you cannot determine the signs of the time. And the reason they couldn't determine the signs of the time because they were not of Yahusha. These were Edomites. And here today, we have people that have been so influenced by the Edomite influence that they cannot ascertain the signs that are happening in their face. They are what we call willfully ignorant. And it's sad because I'm talking about all of my family, all of my blood-born family, but I also have a different bloodline as well from my family. So I'm done. I'm gonna talk to him about one more last time, and I'm done. All I'm gonna be doing is focusing on my brothers and my sisters that are under our father and our elder brother, Yahushua Ha Mashayach. That's all I'm gonna be focusing on because, you know, the scripture tells us about continuing to throw pearls, continuing to waste our time and energy. And the thing about it is, he has other vineyards for you to gather fruit. Because remember, we got to be fruitful and multiply. So he has other vineyards. But if we continue to stay in this vineyard of rotten figs, because he cursed the tree, it wouldn't produce. If we continue to stay in that kind of vineyard, we ain't gonna be fruitful. We're just gonna have a bunch of cursed trees that we try to talk to. So at some point in time, as much as we love our families, sometimes we got to move on and really move on and be led by, you know, him to the fruitful pasture. Because he said, hey, look out and see. You see that? You see that? He said the harvest, but where are the workers? Where are the workers? Anyway, Don, please don't shut up.
You got it going on, Don. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, guys, I put my channel in the chat. And if you guys want to stop by and watch the show, so we'll be going live tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about should we stay or should we go. I invite everybody to come on over and also come on to the panel. And we'll love to hear your input, hear your opinion as to what you feel as though that is good for you and your family, as well as what you think all of us should do. So I'm not going to hold you guys anymore. I'm done. And I thank you guys so much for having me on the panel.
All
right, shalom, sister.
Hey, before I jump off, I gotta do something real quick. Before I jump off. I gotta give praises to my nephews. Sharsham, thank you, sir. Heck of a space y'all done created, and I love the fact that at the end of the day, the check mark goes to you and QANATH Square. Nephew, we're gonna talk tomorrow because we got some stuff we gotta do. But you know when people say but, it's usually to discount something. No, this but is to add to. Nephew is on fire. I know he's being led by the Ruach in putting these presentations together and bringing it out, because I'm hearing bits and pieces from the rest of my intelligence stratosphere. And it's all coming back the same, but nephew compacts the information, makes it concise, and useful. So I just want to give him his props right here on FOPE, and not just, when me and him is talking one-to-one. I'm landing here, cuz.
Hey, all praise to the Most High. And I want to say thank you. I appreciate you sincerely. To the FOPE family, shalom. And I want to say to our haters, y'all motivators, man. So keep hating. While you keep hating, we're going to elevate. So all praises. That, I'm going to say shalom. And the family, it was a beautiful thing to have fellowship with you and to hopefully edify you. But then I'm going to say shalom.
Hey, Gabar, before you go, remember what I was talking to you and QANATH about, what I'm a member of and what I specialize in? It'd be beautiful for us to get a popping school on the time there.
Con.
Peace and blessings, family. Shalom.
All right, shalom, family. Go ahead, close it out, Sharchin.
I'm tired. I've been on this plantation all my life. I've been enslaved all my life. I'm tired of being pushed and pulled. I'm tired of the master doing his bidding. I want to leave.
You're doing this to yourself, Pat.
You know why we're not afraid? What? Oh. He's great and terrible. Terrible is destruction. Y'all think it come back in all peace? You got another thing coming. So we out here fighting for our brother. We ain't marching saying, yes, we can. No justice, no peace. We go. Let's fight for your sons and your daughters.
I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog. I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This is my battle cry. Isaiah 14:21, that ancient version of that gun that they stole our name, they stole our shit. We real Judites, motherfucker Jewish. We lords. Generals, arm your soldiers. We fight tonight like we supposed to. They inherited lies. I'm referring to all whites. I'm referring to riches, white privilege given through genocide. And they gotta pay for that. God say Jacob gon' take it back. I cry aloud, I spare not. This good bread, my sharecrop. This lily grew through concrete. We march to our own drum beat. We the chosen. No inclination to kick it with y'all. Raise Babylon to the ground, then watch it fall. Obadiah said you'll be wiped up for theft. These are just words, worry about what come next. It's for Negroes, Latinos, we better than all, not equal. My natives no red dot that feather. Me primo be smooth like that leather. Until it's time to bring the war dogs out, put the headdress on. War paint and I'm not wrapped too tight. Got 400 years on my back. I'm angry dog, I'm black like that. Won't contact with you whites. And all the niggas I stand here with, they share my same sentiment. I'm fucked up tonight. Won't kill my brothers no more. Want all the smoke, motherfucker popo. This my battle cry. I got the spirit of grandfathers past. Front porch sitters, Nat Turner dangerous. A real life illustration of angry and that painting. Of Malcolm staring out the window with patience. One hand on the curtain, right hand on the AK spits. 47 rounds, all to bring down Satan. Same way Abel was killed by Cain. This will be an introduction from the fuck shit into the fire. Probably join the list of artists who died before they retired. Most High said I'm hired. Sire will never spit a line aimed at my kind, less meant to uplift. Toughness will be redefined in my rhymes. A squad of men with the spirit of God, with an affinity to point their weapons not at the brethren but at the enemy. Khaki colored kids, baptized in the flames of combat fashioned. In the trap we escaped, our fate was to be great and noble. Moses reincarnate, so be hopeful and know I bring word from A and O to Pharaoh and white folk, let my people go, cause